Comrades, today I want to talk to you about a very sad and depressing topic. Today I want to bring to you my attention of a coworker of mine who will not be named for their sanity and they're not in sake of their anonymity, who I had a very interesting conversation with today. As we were coming back from break, me and him were smoking a cigarette. We're just talking, and he goes, "Oh, my surgeon finally called." And I go, "Hey, that's great. What'd they say?" "Well, you're going to have back surgery. You're going to have to be off for 6 months." And he kind of froze, and I froze too. I didn't say it to him, and I kind of wish I did now. It's kind of a regret of mine. But I wish I would have told him that's not a choice, that's a threat. Because the quote unquote choice he was being given was either A, continue working and continue screwing up his back, which could lead it at this point to complete and utter disrepair. In fact, I'm usually having to scramble around to help him. We have to lift very heavy items. Some of these weigh over 100 pounds. And meanwhile, I have my coworker here lifting them, so I have to go and help him. In fact, some of these items in question are so heavy that it's sometimes a 2 or 3 person effort to lift them up. And here he is trying to lift them up on his own. And I commend him for his strength to get through the day. But in the end, this is not how it should be. This is an absolute terrible thing that has happened to my coworker. He should not have to pick between his livelihood or starvation, if you get what I mean. The American healthcare system, as we all know, is an absolute joke. This is further compounded by the fact that human resources at my side job, where I'm currently working until I can get back out on the lakes, has completely screwed him out of his healthcare insurance. He was supposed to get it at the end of the year, and yet he is still waiting on getting it. In fact, it may be a little bit before he can even get this back surgery. In fact, the reason he hasn't gotten it before is due to the astronomical costs of back surgery, which I don't have on hand, but I will display right here. It's terrible because my coworker, who I also consider a friend and one of my favorite coworkers, we're almost always working together with me, if not with him, my other coworker who I work very closely with, both of them. Both of them very much working class guys. In fact, the other one is a former farmer who was squeezed out of farming during the '08 recession and lost it all. But back to the topic of hand, of course. He cannot pay for this on his own, and he just moved into a new apartment. So right now, his choices are starve or continue working. Neither of which is a good choice. In fact, this, like I said earlier, this is not a choice. This is a threat. In fact, Karl Marx put it best when he said, and I have to find the paper, I have it right here. This is straight from Wage, Labor, and Capital. If the silkworm's object in spinning were to prolong its existence as a caterpillar, it would be the perfect example of a wage worker. And that's exactly what is happening to my coworker and friend. He is not allowed to achieve his goals in life. Instead, he is shackled to the factory that we work at. He is shackled to his workplace. And granted, while we do make a decent wage, without a strong labor movement, he is forced into coercion between starvation or work, and most definitely he's going to have to choose work and screw up his back even more. because there's still the fact that Human Resources has screwed him out of his health insurance. My coworker is also an avid outdoorsman. He likes to hunt and fish. He missed out on a tournament which cost a pretty penny for him to enter, which he could have won $5,000, which he is a very capable fisher. I've seen him. I've ice fished with this man before. He's very capable. I know he could have won a $5,000 prize that could have gone towards his back surgery. Instead, he is bound to the factory. He is bound to work here forever until he can no longer do it, and he's forced to eke out a meager existence on disability, which in itself is a form of death. I don't know if you've noticed this, but when many people retire to the recliner, they usually eventually end up dead not soon after that, and I fear for my coworker. I am saddened that I did not tell him that that is not a choice. That's a threat. The United States healthcare system is a sham and a joke. It cannot continue like this. As Vladimir Lenin once said, socialized healthcare is the cornerstone of a stable society. And right now we need free healthcare. Not because it's free, but because societies that do have free healthcare work better. This is a proven fact. But also for the fact that your choices shouldn't be life or death. The choice should always be life and the will to power. I'm Red Scare TV, and as always, Red Salute, comrades. If you would like to chat with Red Scare TV, then head over to my Discord or catch me on Twitter. Thank you for watching Red Scare TV.